had a great organizer, Dale. He was retired leadership at IBM and I think Intel too. I was beating myself up real bad. I had the tendency to do that, not so much anymore. And he shared with me something. He's like, I want to have a talk with you. Dale's a real great guy. Now they run Global Friendship Community. They do virtual events several times a week. I think they go like Wednesday. I stopped doing virtual. I would love to pick that back up. But we need to secure more funding for International Friend Connection in the future so we can expand. So that's what I'm working on right now. But they do Global Friendship Community, does events, let's see, Wednesday nights through Sunday nights. And then they have Monday and Tuesday off. So you're always welcome. Join my Tuesday live streams. I may put up an event on a Tuesday night so we can all have a chat and chat with the volunteers. But anyhow, we faced a crisis. This is the no-fail formula. So Dale shared something with me and then from that, I created a systematic approach to learning from setbacks that transforms failure into fuel of growth. So instead of feeling beat up by all the challenges, learn to mine them for wisdom. And this framework applies to about everything in life. Of course, there's exceptions to every rule. Rules aren't black and white. That's one thing I had to learn too, being an autistic person with a condition that used to be called Asperger's, and software developer and into science, mine's very logically oriented, black and white. I could not understand gray areas. So if a rule didn't apply to everything, then I thought it was invalid. But a lot of rules, it's very gray areas, and how you navigate gray areas is with experience. So here's the no-fail formula. Whenever you attempt something, everybody knows what it's like to win. Whatever you attempt goes right. You celebrate knowledge of success, no matter how small. That's essential in order to cement that success in your mind, because things that hurt us, we remember more than the things that are positive. And I go over that in the Friendmatic classes, but you should always celebrate every win, no matter how small, even if that's just getting out of bed in the morning if you're real depressed. Everybody knows what a lose is. And that's when you mess up, make a mistake. And but here's the thing what Dale taught me, and I'm going to teach you how to do this too. So he taught me about the learn. So he said what we do is we examine what went on, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. Some things I learned from my military friends in military leadership. And he said, if you learn from what went on, you're not starting over from nothing. You're starting over with that experience. It's just like gaining experience points in a video game to level up your character. That's one of the best analogies I can give. So this is essential. So, okay, you do something like, let's say you're hosting an event for us. After every event, you need to do this, or even attempting something small, like a new conversation with someone, if you're improving your communication skills. And I say communication skills because effective communication is a skill that very few people know, but just about anyone can learn if they put their mind to it and they have instruction and training. So this is called the after action report. After everything you do an after action report. If you want to write it down, if you want to do it in your head. So here are the things that you're going to think about. What went right in that situation? What went wrong? What could we control? What could we not control? And then what we can learn from this situation. And, give a shout out to my friends that was in military leadership, Dennis LaRue, great coach and consultant now, and Tanya Tyler. She's just run some meetup groups, a real great woman, both in military leadership. And so after you do everything, do one of these reports and see if you can win. See if you can learn from the situation. And sometimes I've gotten this question in the past, like, what if there's nothing to learn? Well, in that instance, what you learn is that some things are just down to luck and randomness. And that's good to learn too. You didn't do anything wrong, because you can do everything right. And a random chance can just make it not happen. That's why you test stuff over and over again. And if something works more times than not, you're noticing a trend. So that's the basic of the no-fail formula. Do something, do anything, do your after-action report, and then see what you can learn from it. Now, what this framework does is all your mistakes instead of sitting there in shame, like I would always beat myself up for every mistake. Brain's very fast, so it beats myself up very fast. So setbacks become data points that's accelerates your learning and growth. You release a lot of perfectionism. I was very perfectionistic all growing up. Part of that was learned. Part of that, I think, is being autistic. And this formula really helps you embrace that growth mindset to help yourself progress from all those mistakes. And then it helps you pivot in the future. These after action reports will say, okay, next time we do this, how do we need to pivot? Because everything in life is just experimentation and testing. And there's like what I've found is life is a lot of dang failures with the occasional win that makes it worth living. I heard somebody say that about business too. Was it Alex Hormozy? You watch him sometimes. He may be a bit too much hustle culture for me, but he's a great guy, accomplished some great things. Yeah, he said business is mostly making mistakes was the occasional win that makes it worth doing. And I thought about, life's kind of like that too. But yeah, so what this does, it lets you pivot on purpose instead of from exhaustion and getting wearing out. You're pivoting intentionally rather than just doing the same thing over and over, hitting your head against the wall, not learning from it.